All right. So me and Gus just watched the Nintendo Direct. Here's a picture. And, well, I thought I'd put on a shirt first. And I wanted to give out some thoughts to our Nintendo Direct here. But first, I'm going to put this man down. You want to go down, buddy? What's going on, folks? My name is Joe, a.k.a. J to the O-E. Welcome back to Joe Eats Games, where we talk about video games, food, nerd stuff, and anything else that's going on in my life. Today I want to talk about the Nintendo Direct that just happened. Before we do that, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Did you watch it? And let me know in the comment section, did you watch the Nintendo Direct? What'd you think? Give it a grade out of 10. What do you think? So, just watched the Nintendo Direct, and it was okay, I was super surprised when I heard yesterday there was going to be a Nintendo Direct today. My first question was, why? There's going to be a Nintendo Switch 2 Direct out next month, and, why? And something I realized, me and my buddy, we were talking about it yesterday, and we were like, it's probably just the rest of the games that they had coming out for the Switch. And so I didn't expect much to come out of today. And, there was a lot of games talked about, or a lot of games shown, and honestly, I only got really excited about a few of them, and so we're going to talk about them. There was a lot of cozy games, which, I go back and forth on every now and then, but here are some of the games that I'm actually really excited in. I really enjoy rhythm games. There was actually 3 rhythm games that was talked about today, which was a lot, and I'm excited about all of them. Patapon, I never got a chance to play because it was a Sony thing, and I thought that's cool. Sony's sharing with Nintendo, and so I think it's an interesting battle mechanic that you're actually having to fight in rhythm. You got armies, and you're fighting with them, and I never seen that, and so that's really interesting. And the other rhythm game that I'm excited about is Rhythm Heaven. I called it, man, when they were talking about mini games, and I'm like, oh man, is this another Rhythm Heaven? We haven't had another Rhythm Heaven since the Wii. I only have the Rhythm Heaven for the DS. I've been looking for the Rhythm Heaven for the Wii, but it's too expensive, man. And so I don't got time for that. And the way my bank account is set up, no, we're not gonna do Rhythm Heaven for the Wii. But now I'm excited to have Rhythm Heaven for the Nintendo Switch. I am not excited that they had it for the 2026 release, so it's probably a Nintendo Switch 2 release as well, which is all fine for me, Of course, they came out of the gates 10 minutes in with Metroid Prime 4. I think it's really cool. I only played Metroid Prime 1, and that's recently when the remaster came out. I haven't played 2 or 3, but I think the jungle aesthetic is new in this form, and she has psychic powers for some reason. So I think it's a really cool gameplay. I'm not a big Metroidvania person unless it's the actual Metroid. I've tried other Metroidvania games. Actually, I really like Ori. Ori was a great Metroidvania game. But Metroid Dread was really fun for me, and Metroid Prime Remastered was really fun, and so I'm really excited about Metroid Prime 4. I'm also excited about the Pokemon game. I don't know, man. They're one of the most successful franchises in history, but they still can't get their graphics right. So, man, I don't know. But because my son is really excited about Pokemon, and I really like Pokemon Legend Arceus, so I'm going to give Pokemon Legends ZA or ZA a chance. I don't know how I feel about, being in that big city and then essentially going to a Central Park type area just to catch Pokemon and do all that. But according to the video, there's other Pokemon hidden in the city. I don't know how they'll do that. All I know is my son really loves Pokemon too, and that helps. He likes watching me play video games, and it's not a bad thing for him to help out with those video games too. And so this would probably be a game that me and my son would enjoy together. I saw a few things on the pass, High on Life was gonna be on, there was a very short trailer on High on Life, and I thought that's interesting. I like first-person shooters. I like first-person shooters on the go, and so High on Life might be an interesting thing to have on a Nintendo Switch, so long as it's not, so long as I don't have to have a cloud account and I can have it offline. Which brings me to a segue of the virtual cards. The virtual cards is really interesting. As of now, you have to have so I have 2 Nintendo Switches. And one of them is my main one. I don't need to be on an internet connection to that. So I travel with that. That's my Nintendo Switch Lite. That's a Zelda Lite. And I keep my OLED at home because I need to have an internet account for it in order to play all the digital games that I buy. But it seems like with the Nintendo Virtual Card, you don't need an internet account except for that first download. And after that, you could just go willy-nilly with it. I think they're really setting it up so that all the Nintendo Switch 1 cards can be played with Nintendo Switch 2 when you transfer it, which I think is a really smart idea. And even better, if so long as they're in your family account, in your household essentially, you could just let other people borrow your games, which I think is a really cool thing. That's kind of a, I don't know what to do with kind of thing with digital and physical, because with physical, one of the reasons I have physical games is because I love sharing the joy with other people, and I'm like, man, you need to play this game, and so I let them borrow it. And yeah, for this, you know, there's a 2-week timeline with a virtual card, and I think that's really cool. The last 3 games that I was really excited about, with Monument Valley 1, 2, and 3, looked really interesting. I really love indie games and puzzle games, especially puzzle games with a story. And I don't know anything about Monument Valley, but the trailer, and it looked like it was telling a story through all the puzzles. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the new Marvel Cosmic Adventure. It's another Marvel beat 'em up. And I know me and my son are going to have a blast with that, especially with 4-player co-op. The tag team aspect is really fun. Really interesting that you can tag in and out of a character in Marvel. I'm not sure, but I thought I saw that there was only 15 characters, and so that's a little bit questionable, but I'm sure there's going to be a DLC, and that's probably how they could charge you more money in the long run. And then the last game that they showed, actually, there was a lot of cozy games for this one, but the only cozy game me and my buddy have been waiting for is Tomodachi Life. And it's really cool because you could bring your Miis onto the characters, and it makes me wonder, for the Switch 2, are they gonna bring back the Miis? Because it was kind of a thing. It was a big thing for the Wii. I remember when I had a Wii and people would come over and we'd play the Wii, I'd make them like spend 5 or 10 minutes to make their own Mii, and then they're all in my kind of neighborhood. And that's kind of been like my pseudo guest book as far as who's visited my house and everything. And it's really cool. And so it was a nice way to have some fun and see who's came over to your house, and then you can kind of interact with their characters as they go. And I'm wondering if there are Miis for the Switch 2 with Tomodachi Life. Because you know, all of these games aren't just for the Switch 1. They're going to be also for the Switch 2. So those are some of the games that I got really excited about the Nintendo Switch Direct. I'm excited about April 2nd, about this Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. What are the games that you're excited about if you saw the Direct? Hit me up in the comment section. Otherwise, I will see you later, or I will see you another time.